Okay then, here we are in Wolverhampton city centre. Now I haven't been to Wolverhampton since last December, and of course we are now going to the university in Wolverhampton to jump onto the 71 to Cannock, operated by Chase Rider, formerly Select Bus Services, and this service goes via Essington. So we're going to the university to jump on the 71 to Cannock. Okay, here we are on board the bus 71 bound for Cannock. And so the bus we got is a right street light, door forward. And as you know, Chase Rider have street lights as well as the ex-Arriva vehicles, but most of the ex-Arriva vehicles are going like recently they've got rid of the Commander, which is ZTK FJ06, and as you know, Cannock used to be the territory for Arriva Midlands. Now it's under Chase Rider and Select, and even Buslink as well, because Buslink compete on the 63 Cannock to Uttoxeter via Rugeley. And the 71 was operated by Select Bus Services, and before that it was operated by Arriva, but Arriva then gave the route to Select Bus Services following when Arriva Cannock stopped their Sunday services. So let's go, and we're off now on the Chase Rider CHR71 from Wolverhampton to Cannock via Essington. So as you know, the 71 does not serve the bus terminal, bus station in Wolverhampton. It serves the city centre, which is at the university of Wolverhampton. So if you need to get to the bus station, you have to take a short walk from the university to access the main services that serve the bus station. So here we go, we're just now waiting at the traffic lights, and I'll see you once we're on. So here we go, we're now on the move, just leaving Wolverhampton behind, and we're going on to Ring Road St Patrick's. So you've got Ring Road St David's, Ring Road, I think there's St George's, I'm not sure, but I know there's St Patrick's and St David's, and they actually reflect on like the special days, but I'm not sure if there's St George's or Andrews, but I know there's St David's and St Patrick's. And so here we go, just left Wolverhampton University, on our way to Cannock, and this route also goes via New Cross, Wensfield, then comes to Essington, where it goes into the countryside away from the West Midlands territory and goes into Staffordshire, because Cannock comes under Staffordshire, so that means the bus, so the authority will change from transport from West Midlands to Staffordshire County Council. So we've done the 224, but obviously the lifts, most of the lifts in Wolverhampton which I did were the videos first to be uploaded before uploading the 224 video, and then we did the 530 down from Bilston to Wolverhampton. Now we're doing the 71 up to Cannock. Now I never thought I was going to do this. Well, obviously since we got here a bus, we could have fulfilled for an extra journey. And coming by now is the 59, the 59. That was just me taking the Michael of Brindley Mega GP song, because obviously the 59 being the popular route in Wolverhampton, and that one's operated by Let's Go, which is Travel Express, but obviously they got rid of the tendered routes last year, and then so they just only run the commercial routes, which is the ones in the 11s, and then they registered for a 59 route, Ashmore Park. So here we go, we're just now leaving Wolverhampton. So there is the Premier Inn, just closer to the station. Wolverhampton low level, because there was Wolverhampton low level, but there's just Wolverhampton high level. And so Jeff Marshall, if you've not done the history of the old station, you should check it out. So anyway, there's the Aldi store, right there, and just by here is the Royal Mail sorting office, the big distribution office. It is a very massive building. Its size as well, I'll probably class that it is as size as Wembley football pitch, or possibly the Molineux football pitch. Then they just rerouted it, because obviously it used to continue beyond Wolverhampton to New Cross. Then it was rerouted via New Cross, and now the 70 has gone back to the original route. So anyway, there's a 59 going towards Wolverhampton, Ash Express. Another one's just in front of us, and that one's a hybrid. Because obviously, as you know, that route was traditionally run by Tridents, but obviously the Tridents have now gone for the flip, are now slowly fading away, because obviously their age, because the Tridents have been running on these roads for a very long time. Some of them have been preserved in museums and also by the voluntary club, and also some members, reservation group members. But obviously the Tridents will definitely be missed from the streets of Wolverhampton. There's the Asda supermarket. Obviously my window's a bit miffed, it's a bit dusty, but obviously it just shows where we are located, because obviously the sun is on our side. So we're now going to be approaching New Cross Hospital. Now the name Chase Rider dates back to the old Midland Red when they used the Leyland Nationals. If any of you bus enthusiasts remembered the Leyland Nationals back in the day. And Chase Rider, well, that is actually part of D&G Bus. If you know D&G Bus with the colours, because obviously got D&G up in Stoke, and the last time a D&G service before the Chase Rider came down here was under Midland format Choice Travel service, if you remember Choice, back in the day. So we're now on the Wolverhampton Road, and here we go. Of course, I first went on this route, the 71, back in 2019 when it was operated by Selectable Services, and I had one of the older E200s. Obviously the only original type of E200 before the Chase Rider buyout, before Chase Rider took over Arriva's Cannock operations, was the so the only older Enviro they've got on the fleet now is bus number 9, which is the which is the other E200s. Because obviously Select have now gone for newer buses. They've got a lot of Volvos no SRs, and there weren't many. There was only 2 Enviros I had on the fleet. The rest of the buses were Darts and Optairs. We're now coming towards New Cross Hospital. I just gone past us. There was an Optair Solo on the 57 service, operated by not 57, 65 service from Wolverhampton to Fort Houses, operated by Diamond. Now, Diamond used to do the service before Let's Go ran the service, and that is also a former Arriva service from their former Wednesfield garage. And also, they've regained the 61 service from Wolverhampton to Goldthorpe Park, which was operated by National Express West Midlands as well. So there's an Enviro 200 on a 59 service from Ashmore Park back to Wolverhampton. Now there was another service that ran from Wolverhampton to Wednesfield that Select did operate. It was the 71, it was the 50, sorry, that ran from Wolverhampton to Wednesfield. Now, the 50 was operated by Arriva and Choice and Midland. Then it was taken over by Arriva. Then it was Diamond. Then IGO. But then IGO went into administration in 2019. And Select Bus Services won the emergency tender, but the full contract was not awarded to Select because it was under the TFWM contract and was then taken over by National Express West Midlands at Wolverhampton. Anyway, we're just now by the Bentley Bridge Retail Park, where there's a Sports Direct, a Super Drug, Home Bargains, Boots, Peacocks, B&M, JD, Mountain Warehouse, Hobbycraft, Dreams, Next, Aldi, Pure Gym, Cosmo, an all-you-can-eat buffet, TK Maxx, Costa Coffee, Card Factory, and of course there's a Sainsbury's supermarket. Near to that is the leisure park, which has the cinema, and there's of course a McDonald's, and also near to that is of course the Wolverhampton Fitness Centre. Right, near to the Bentley Bridge Retail Park is the leisure park. Once again, that has a Subway, McDonald's, and of course there's a leisure complex, and near to that is of course the Wolverhampton Swimming and Fitness Centre, which is the one that has the wave pool, the wave machine and the water features, a bit like being at the Crystal Leisure Centre in Steelbridge. So here we are, just now arriving into Wednesfield. There's a 59 going towards Wolverhampton, E400 double decker. Well, E400 double decker, a hybrid as it's known. The hybrids mainly do the number 1 service from Dudley to Technical, but obviously they're spread about around Wolverhampton. Of course, a few of them went on loan to Essington for a bit. Wednesfield, High Street, and here's the Dog and Partridge Pub. It's a very small pub. signs. You've got Amos Lane, the A460 that goes to Cannock, but obviously we go the wrong way round to Cannock. Obviously there are 3 bus services that connect Wolverhampton and Cannock. You've got Chase Riders 70 and 71. The 70 goes via Featherstone, while this one goes via Essington. And then of course you've got Select Bus Services 67 that goes via Featherstone and Brinsford. And of course before that there was a 154 that used to continue on to Hensford. But obviously that stopped operating in 2018. Went via the I-54, the 154, if you remember the 154. NXWM used to run that service. So NXWM still run in Cannock. They run the X51 that goes on to Walsall and Birmingham. And that's the only Walsall service from Cannock now, because obviously Chase Rider stopped operating the one at 1A to Walsall and even the 2. And also they had the 74 going down to Walsall at one time. The 2 was suspended going to Walsall in 2021 due to obvious reasons. So we're now over at Wood End. This was where the 50 used to come along as well, but obviously that had stopped operating years ago. Well, start of 2023. Interesting to see Chase Riders still doing a lot of these routes as well. So as we all say, get out there, keep riding. M65 route, which is the Wolverhampton to Ford houses. And that was one of the tendered routes I did when it was Let's Go back in 2023. Obviously that was one of our favourite routes, but obviously it felt like you now in Essington under the Staffordshire County Council boundary, and we will remain under the Staffordshire County Council boundary all the way to Cannock. Of course, we were in Cannock yesterday when we went to the McArthur Cannock Designer Outlet, but obviously Cannock is only runs one service on Sunday, and that's the X51 from Cannock to Birmingham via Walsall, which uses the Platinum buses. And so here we are in the lovely village of Essington. Of course, Essington also has a farm called Essington Farm. As you can see, there's a Staffordshire County Council bus stop sign, the flag, of course the Chase Rider logo on it, which makes it very, very unique. Obviously with the Chase Rider sticker on. There's quite a few old Arriva Star bus stops around these borders, but obviously those have not yet been updated. And it is really quite interesting, to be honest, seeing an old Arriva bus flag and even an old West Midlands PTE and even an old First bus as well, and even an old Ludlow's one, if you remember. There used to be an operator called Ludlow's back in the day that ran from a handful of services, but that company was bought out by Diamond. So, Ramshaw Lane. There's an old Nice Saturdays sign. Quite a few old signage, which is a bit interesting because some of them have not yet been updated to include the new logo. It's quite interesting, to be honest. So we are now going down the Hobnob. So it's following the sign towards the motorway and the M6, and just about to pass us is an MCV Evolution on the Wolverhampton bound 71. Obviously, when Chase Rider took over the Arriva operations, they've given like D&G vehicles along with the D&Gs, along with the full Arriva stuff. So there is the MCV. So MCV has just held on. That's on the route to Wolverhampton. Obviously, they do have up tears here. Well, Chase Rider do have up tears. But obviously they're usually on some of the other routes. Okay. So there's the motorway down there. I think that's the M54, the Telford motorway. I think that's the M54. Yeah, and there's the M6. That's the M6 motorway. Of course, we've got Hilton Park services close by as well, which is interesting, where they have like a tower. It was going to be raised up, but obviously it wasn't, because due to obvious reasons. And also the tower was also to the, just like the one at Lancaster, which is further up north. Of course, the last time we were on the M6, we were on the M6 yesterday, but not for filming. Because the last time we filmed the M6 was when we were going to Florida, over to Orlando, when we flew with Virgin from Manchester, because obviously you can fly from Birmingham to Orlando, but obviously Virgin don't go from Birmingham. The only airline that goes from Birmingham is TUI, and they fly to Melbourne. They don't fly to MCO. We always fly to MCO, so the only alternative airport to flying to MCO is either Manchester, Gatwick or Heathrow, or go all the way to Scotland to Edinburgh. And the airline from Gatwick now to Orlando MCO is British Airways, whilst Virgin go from Manchester, Heathrow and Edinburgh before they went from Glasgow. And Virgin, and of course you've got Aer Lingus from Manchester, who obviously we always travelling through the countryside now. Traffic at the moment, just waiting for a vehicle to reverse to clear the junction, and then we'll continue on our journey, which has just now been resolved. So, new Landywood Lane, because we're also in Landywood. Obviously, there is a train station in Cannock, which is provided by West Midlands Railway. I think London North Western also serve this part as well. Zeros from London Euston. I assume they do, unless it's under West Midlands. Quite a few narrow lanes, so here we are in Landywood. Oh, quite tight this is. Streets Lane we are at now. It's quite a lovely day here in Cannock. As you know, in Cannock there was at one time a short-lived X14 that went all the way down to Telford, but obviously that route got taken off because it was not having enough patronage on the service, and it caused the service to be withdrawn. So people who were wishing to travel to Telford now have to go to Wolverhampton and jump on to the Random buses 891, or they could alternatively go to Stafford and catch the route 5 to Telford. And obviously that's spelled the end for Chase Driver serving Telford, but obviously that turned out not to be the case, as Chase Rider now do local services in Telford, which is the 100 branded as Travel Telford. Here we are at Landywood. Right, here we are. This is Landywood Station on the Chase line. So this is Landywood. Obviously before they used to use the central train sprinters, if you remember the 150s. They used to run on this line. Of course, the 150s were also on the Snow Hill lines between Worcester and Birmingham, and continuing on to Stratford, and also services terminating at Norwich, and some journeys continuing occasionally to Leamington and Spa. Obviously the sprinters are actually on I think they're on the Marston Vale line now, the sprinters are. I do remember the sprinters back in the day, but obviously some of them have gone over to Northern Rail in Manchester. I'm hoping to get back to Manchester soon to get on air train services. Obviously there's been a lot of strikes going on with the railway, but obviously that's not happened for a while. But obviously I'll keep you up to date when there's more updates on these train services. Obviously trains it's good to see that the trains are now running the full service again. So here we are, now coming over to Cannock, so now in Chesney High, right where, so there's a co-op food here. far from any diner out there where I went yesterday. There's some shops, but there's not much. But obviously all the shops there are on one floor, so obviously it's not much of a bigger location to have lifts. Apart from some of the shops on the retail park do have lifts. But obviously I don't go that far sometimes. But maybe in the future I might do a Cannock day. So here we are, now under the parish council of Chesney. Right, now in Chesney. Not far from Cannock now, because Cannock is just closer. It's now close up, so we should be arriving into Cannock, and that will complete our journey on the 71 from Wolverhampton. And wow, we never thought we'd expect to do this, but obviously since we got the earning 224 this morning from essentially, he gave us a chance to plan for an extra journey, and that's what we've done. So here we are. There's a sign of station. Now there's no station at Great Worley or Chesney at the moment, because the nearest station is Landywood. So trains from Landywood go in the northern direction. They then go on to Cannock, Pensford, Rooting Town, and then on to Rooting Trent Valley. Whilst in the other direction it goes to Bloxwich North, Bloxwich, Walsall, Cambridge Parkway, and at Cambridge they split the line to direct to Birmingham New Street, while some services then continue towards Hampstead, Perivale, Whitton, Aston, Dudderston, then Birmingham New Street, and then goes to Smethwick Street, Smethwick Bridge, Sunderland Dudley, Dudley Tipton, Cosley, and Wolverhampton. And so here we go. Chase riding into Cannock. Very nice old bus stops promoting the local council. Of course there's a Sainsbury's here in Cannock, but obviously it's a bit further away from the town centre. You don't get much big stores in the town centre. It's usually like smaller shops, independents. A lot of those shops are closed, abandoned. Some of them have been closed for a long time now. Like there was an Argos in the town centre as well, but obviously that's now closed. Because they're version Sainsbury's. The time is now 12:55. Should be due into Cannock for just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. So there's the Holiday Inn Cannock's iconic structure. There's a bit of a detour this one does. So the quickest buses you probably likely get from Wolverhampton to Cannock is either the 70 or the 67. Because this one goes round, this one goes round and round. But obviously it all depends on whichever route suits you the best. So there's so here are the pylons here over in Cannock. So you've got the Cannock Hospital, where we went to the Chase Hospital, where we went last year, because we filmed their lifts there, which were all generic lifts with Leicester control buttons with all the lifts are all similar there at Cannock General at Chase Hospital. I know they've got some over at New Cross as well. Here we are to roundabouts. Welcome to Cannock. This is the first time we're back in Cannock Town Centre. Like I said, Joe's bus train by Lift Adventures. Was hoping to return to Cannock again soon, and it has. So here's the motorway. Well, actually that's the toll road, and then there's the main jug, and then there's the main road. So you got the toll road, or unless that's the A34, I'm not sure. Here we are. The A450. Welcome to Cannock. Well, almost to Cannock. Here we are, we're just now arriving into Cannock, all the way from a longer trip from Wolverhampton. So we've got Tops Tiles, there's a B&Q there. Wolverhampton bound, the inbound 70 from Wolverhampton. So we're just now about to change drivers as we abide the Chase Rider bus garage. Okay, here we go. We are just now leaving the bus garage. Of course, this used to be the Reaver. Now it's on the Chase Rider. Of course, they have a lot of buses. Chase Rider do. They have Metro Cities, Solos, SRs, Environmental Orders, MMCs. Of course, they've got Volvos as well, B7s. So they have B7s there as well. Now, we just left the garage, so obviously the changeover at the garage will continue into the centre. Obviously the 70 drivers swap over at the garage whilst going to Wolverhampton, whilst the 71 change possibly going inbound, going out to Cannock, going on the outbound, whatever I call it. time's now 13:05. Should be due into Cannock just now. Here we go. That's it, guys. We're just now arriving at the terminus. Now coming to the last part of the journey. Arriving at Cannock, and that will be is where we will terminate our trip from Wolverhampton. And of course, the old Cannock multi-storey car park is going to be demolished apparently. So we've got signs here for Hensford, Rugeley, Lichfield, and Brown Hills as well. So we'll see where we want to go next. Now coming to the end of our journey. Select bus parked up.